Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we discussed about how to prepare the cash and bank columnar cash book. Now let's start with the third type of two columnar cash book, that is bank and discount columnar cash book. Till now we saw the examples of how to prepare the cash and discount columnar cash book, first one, and second one was cash and bank columnar cash book, and the third which I'm going to start is bank and discount columnar cash book. In this type of cash book, bank column and discount column are kept. So in this type of cash book there are two columns involved. First one is bank column and the discount column. When the payment is made through check and the discount is received, or when the amount is received by check and the discount is allowed, to record such discount and bank transactions, bank and discount columnar cash book is prepared. As bank is a person, it is a personal account. Bank is considered as personal account, so only the rule of personal account will be applicable to the bank column. For making the entries for the bank column, the rules of personal account will be applicable, whereas as discount is an expense or income, that's why the rule of nominal account will be applicable to the discount column. This type of cash book is normally prepared when most of the transactions are made through check. This type of cash book is normally prepared when the most of the transactions are made through check. At the end of the given period, the cash book is closed and closing bank balance or the overdraft is worked out. On the debit side of the cash book, discount allowed, and on the credit side of the cash book, discount received are recorded. So on the debit side, discount allowed is drawn on the of the cash book, and on the credit side, discount received are recorded in the cash book. Got it? Then this is the format of the bank and discount columnar cash book. First column would be the date, then the second column would be the particulars, or in other words the income, then receipt number, then LF number, then discount allowed debit side, then bank amount column. Then again start with the date, then particulars, payment, voucher number, LF number, discount received column, and the bank amount received column. Got it? And at the top of the table you have to write the DR, that is debit side, and CR, that is credit side. And cash book of Shri, whatever name in the question is given, that name you have to write it afterwards. Cash book of Shri dash dash dash. So here certain some theory is provided. So let's just read out. Transactions of check issued and received. Transactions of checks issued and received, bank charges, bank commission, bank interest, etc. are recorded in the same manner as are recorded in the cash and bank columnar cash book. We discussed about the cash and bank columnar cash book. So in that book, whatever we were also recording the bank charges, bank commission, bank interest. This is the expenses for the business, correct? So it is recorded in the same manner as we were recording in the cash and bank columnar cash book. Here the only cash column is not maintained. Hence, when the check is deposited in the bank, on that date it is recorded on the debit side of the cash book in the bank column. Similarly, date on which the check is issued, it is recorded on the credit side of the cash book in the bank column. In this type of cash book, in the bank column we find the closing bank balance or the overdraft. The total of discount allowed column is debited to the discount allowed account in the ledger, whereas the total of discount received column is credited to the discount received account in the ledger. This type of cash book is not very popular because cash transactions do take place to some extent in any business along with the bank transactions. Here, cash column is not maintained to record the cash transactions. To remove such limitations, 3-columnar cash book is maintained, in which 3 columns for cash, bank and discount are maintained on both the sides of the cash book. So this was just a little theory that I read out, because I know you guys would not read each line, but it is very important to read each line. That's why I have just read out some points that you have to keep in mind while preparing the cash and the discount, or we can say bank and the discount and the cash, bank and the cash columnar cash book. Now let's discuss or understand how to prepare the bank and discount columnar cash book with the help of an example. So here one example is given, that is illustration 5. Question says that from the following transactions prepare bank and discount columnar cash book in the books of Suresh Stores. Prepare the bank and discount columnar cash book in the books of Suresh Stores. So these are the transactions which had taken place in the year of 2015, and month is given, that is June. So first of all, before starting, just prepare the format of the cash book, bank and discount columnar cash book. So prepare the format same way that we discussed: date, particulars, that is receipt number, LF number, discount allowed column, bank amount column. Then again start date, particulars, that is payment, voucher number, LF number, discount received amount column, and the bank amount column. Write the debit side, that is DR, and credit side. And on the top of the table you have to write the cash book of Sri Suresh Stores for June 2015. Now let's start with the first transaction, that is taken place on 1st June, that is bank overdraft rupees 12,000. So you all know bank overdraft is recorded on the debit side of the cash book by bank overdraft. If any bank overdraft is given, then it is recorded on the credit side of the cash book. But if the opening balance is given, opening balance of bank, then it would be recorded on the debit side, but here bank overdraft is given. So go to the credit side of the cash book, write the year 2015, then June. Now write the date 1st June. By balance brought down, you don't have to in bracket, yes, you can show why balance brought down is due to the bank overdraft. In bracket you can write the bank overdraft, but you have to write the by balance brought forward. 12,000 in the bank amount column. Got it? Okay. Then now let's move to the second transaction, that is 7th June. Goods of rupees 9,000 was sold to Neela at 10% trade discount. Neela gave a check after deducting discount, which is deposited in the bank. So here goods of rupees 9,000 is sold to Neela at 10% trade discount. So first of all, deduct the 10% trade discount out of the 9,000. So 9,000 into 10 divided by 100, you will get 900. If you minus 900 out of 9,000, you will get 8,100. Got it? So, and Neela gave a check after deducting discount, which is deposited in the bank. So discount is 10% trade discount. It is same that we deducted. Got it? We got 8,100. So for here, Neela is paying check. That's why bank balance is increasing, because that check was deposited in the bank. That's why bank balance is increasing. Therefore, it will be recorded on the debit side of the cash book. So write the year 2015, then month June, write the date, that is 7th June. Two sales account 8,100. We got this amount after deducting the 10% trade discount on 9,000. Got it? Okay. Now the next transaction is 14th June. Check of rupees 5,000 was issued to Naina in full settlement of account of 5,050. So check of rupees 5,000 was issued to Naina. Issued means check was paid to Naina because if business had purchased, like Sri Suresh stores might have purchased some goods from Naina, but now that Sri Suresh stores is paying check to Naina. That's why it is written issued. Issued means gave the check. Not the issued means not that they have taken the, but here issued, meaning of issued is that the Suresh stores have gave the check to the Naina in full settlement, 50-50. Total amount that the business was like given to 5,050. Business had to pay 5,050 amount to Naina, but Naina had provided discount to the business. That's why business is only paying 5,000 check. So you can see that 50. You can see the difference of 50 amount. So that 50 is called the discount received. Discount received is Suresh stores have received the discount of rupees 50. Suresh stores is paying 50 rupees less for the goods purchased to Naina. So check is paid, that's why bank balance is decreasing and the discount is also received. So it will be recorded on the credit side of the cash book. So write the date, that is 14th June, by Naina's account. By Naina's account. You can see that we are like Suresh stores have received 50 rupees discount and total check of amount is paid by the Suresh stores is 5,000. That's why you have to write the 5,000 in the bank amount column. Then the next is 16th June. Commission of rupees 1,100 was paid by check. So commission was paid by through check. So commission is a kind of expenses for any business. So money is going out of business, or we can say bank balance is decreasing. Therefore it would be recorded on the credit side of the cash book. So write the date, that is 16th June. By commission account 1,100 will be shown in the bank amount column. Then next is 28th June. Vipul has given a check of rupees 11,000 towards the amount payable of 11,105 in full settlement of account. So Vipul is giving check for the purchase of goods from the Suresh stores. Vipul is giving check of rupees only 11,000, but Vipul has purchased goods of worth rupees 11,125, but he is giving only the check of 11,000. So you can see the difference, 125 amount rupees is paid less by the Vipul. So that is 125 is considered as discount allowed. Business has allowed discount allowed to the Vipul. Got it? So bank balance is increasing because Vipul is paying check. Therefore bank balance is increasing. Therefore it will be recorded on the debit side of the cash book. So write the date, that is 28th June, to Vipul's account. Here discount allowed is also provided, that is for rupees 125, and the total amount paid by the Vipul is 11,000, which will be shown in the bank amount column. Then the next transaction is 23rd June. Goods of rupees 4,000 was sold to Chandulal at 10% trade discount and 10% cash discount. Chandulal made the payment immediately by check. Check is deposited in the bank. So first of all, trade discount is also provided. So calculate the deduct the 10% trade discount after 4,000. So 4,000 into 10 divided by 100, you will get 400. So if you minus 400 after 4,000, whatever amount you will get, on that amount also again you have to calculate 10% trade cash discount and deduct the cash discount, because here cash discount is also provided. So you have to deduct both the trade discount. First of all, deduct the trade discount. After deducting the trade discount, whatever amount you will get, on that amount you have to minus the 10% cash discount. So if you minus both the trade discount and cash discount, you will get yes, here the date is provided long. It is not 24, it would be the 23. Okay, so you all know that trade discount is not shown in the cash book, but yes, you have to show the 10% cash discount. So after deducting the 10% trade discount, whatever amount you will get, you have to again calculate the 10% cash discount. You will get 360. So if you minus 360 after the trade discount, you will get 3,250. So 360 is considered as discount allowed, because cash discount is shown in the cash book in the discount allowed column or discount received column. Got it? So here Chandulal is discount allowed. Business is allowing Chandulal, so it is called discount allowed. So 360 is considered as discount allowed, and 3,240 is paid by the Chandulal, the total amount that would be shown in the bank amount column. 24th June, 2 sales account, 360 is discount allowed and 3,250 is total amount paid by the Chandulal, which is shown in the bank amount column. Then the next is 26th June. Rupees 1800 is paid to Devanshi by cheque. 1800 is paid to Devanshi by cheque. So bank balance is decreasing. Therefore, it will be shown on the credit side of the cash book. So write the rate 26th June by Devanshi's account. By Devanshi's account, 1800 will be shown in the bank amount column. And the last transaction is 28th June. Cheque issued by Vipul is dishonored. Cheque which was issued by Vipul is dishonored. Issued means the cheque which was given by Vipul is dishonored. So here cash balance is decreasing because it is dishonored. Therefore, it will be shown on the credit side. 28th June by Vipul's account 11,000. Cheque Vipul paid the cheque of rupees 11,000. So the cheque of amount rupees 11,000 is dishonored. That's why you have to write the 11,000 will be shown in the bank amount column. So now we are done with all the transactions, recording all the transactions. So at the end of when you are finished with recording with all the entries or all the transactions, now at the end you all know for discount received or discount allowed, you don't have to balance both the account. You just have to total it. So here the discount allowed total is 485 and the discount received total is 50. Got it? But yes, same way you have to do this. First of all, total the bank amount column of bank amount column of debit side and bank amount of column of credit side. Now look at whichever total is higher, that total will be written on the both the side. Don't forget to draw the double line below the amount total. So here the debit side column total, bank amount column total is higher. So write the 30,900 on both the side, 30,900. Now minus the credit side amount column total after the 30,900. So you will get 8,560. That amount will be written here like this, and you have to write the end of the date. But here July 1st is written here. Sorry, my mistake. If you total it, I told you total both the amount column, that is debit side and the credit side. So here the credit side total, is higher, that is 30,900. So out of 30,900 minus the debit side total amount, bank amount column, you will get 8,560. So on the debit side you have to write the amount, and the last date you have to write the last date of the month, that is 30th June. So in front of that, in particulars, you have to write the to balance carried forward. Got it? And in the next, for the next month, it will be cross. If the balance carried forward is written on the debit side, then on the cross, on the credit side, you have to write the July 1st by balance brought forward 8,560. But if the balance is coming on this side, then you have to write on this side July 1st to balance brought forward. But in this question, balance is coming on the debit side, that's why you have to write on the credit side, cross. Got it? Okay. So now with this we are done with the how to prepare the bank and discount columnar cash book. So now we are going to stop here, and if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.